Luther Mack. Commissioners, Nat Carasali, Dr. Elias Ghanem, Bruce Lane, and Dr. James Nave. The Executive Director is Chuck Minker. Physicians at ringside, Dr. Flip Omansky and Dr. Robert Boy. Timekeepers, Jim Cabin and Mike Lachella. The officials assigned to ringside to score this bout on a 10-point must system as judges are Dave Moretti, Bill Graham, and Art Laurie. And once the bell rings, the man in charge of all the action, referee Richard Steele. And now, ladies and gentlemen, man your battle stations. 10 rounds of boxing. This is in the heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 228 pounds, wearing the red trunks with gold trim. He's from San Diego, California. His professional record, 16-5 with 9 KOs. And in his last victory, he defeated former world heavyweight champion James Bone Crusher Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Levi Bell. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the red and black trunks and weighing in at 225 pounds. This 1988 super heavyweight gold medal champion from the 88 Olympics is also the British and European title holder. His record as a professional, 18-0 with 16 KOs. Ladies and gentlemen, from East London, England, the pride of Britain, Lennox Lewis.
Okay, you guys, I gave you instructions in the dressing room. I want to caution again, obey my commands at all times. Shake hands and good luck.
The only question about Lennox Lewis is how will he deal with adversity when ultimately and inevitably he has to. His opponent tonight says he's going to test his heart. Let's see if he can.
Phillips, an experienced pro who's been in with some good ones. We mentioned that he fights out of San Diego, California. He actually grew up in Norfolk, Virginia, and lived in the same housing project that produced world undisputed lightweight champion, now fighting at 140 pounds, Cordell Whittaker. Lewis begins with a jab and a right hand right on the money, and Phillips grabs him around the thigh. And immediately Richard Steele cautions Lewis not to hold Phillips behind the head.
Come here. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, you be disqualified. Anymore, let's go, let's go. Let's go.
Little World Wrestling Federation move.
And you look at the thighs, it'll tell you the picture. Down low, Phillips is going to be the best. Up high, Phillips better not go up there.
You know, Lewis may have done Phillips a favor by doing that because he seemed to be stunned from that opening punch, and it gave him 8 or 10 seconds to recover.
In my mind, when you're the shorter guy, you're supposed to get even lower.
Well, English writers early on criticized Lewis for not showing a mean streak. If he begins to demonstrate that he wants to dish out punishment in there, that'll be news to the English writers. And there he lands a left and a right and seems to stagger Phillips momentarily.
He's hurting him with every time he lands the right hand, it hurts. And he even comes back with a slappy left hook, punishing also. Phillips is going to have to stay low. He's got big thighs. He'll be able to absorb a lot of punishment, but you can't get up there in the clouds with this big guy.
Phillips is starting out cautiously, and he told us that would be a mistake. He said, I've got to go out and be aggressive and try to make it a war. If I'm cautious, I'm losing big time.
Lennox Lewis realizes he's got to take this guy's courage away quick. Can't let him build up courage. He can have a tough fight.
More than halfway through round one, it has been all left jab, right cross, Lennox Lewis. There's a hard right hand to the body by Phillips, but he backs up and admires his work rather than to go back at him.
Lennox Lewis has not moved his head left to right yet.
And that's something to watch because he stands very straight up, doesn't he?
Stands straight up, and he's dependent upon his height. Sometimes you got to move that head, present a moving target for the guy, otherwise you can get hit sometimes.
Keep him in front. Keep him in front.
That straight-up classic stance of Lennox Lewis is something that is often identified with European fighters. It's called a European style. A lot of people believe he needs more upper body movement and more head movement to compete here.
He's such a thunderbolt, lightning puncher with so much power. It's hard to think he needs anything.
Phillips lands a left hand and a right. There's blood around the mouth of Levi Billups, but he's starting to give as good as he gets, as he had claimed in our meeting yesterday he would try to do. Right hand by Lewis.
Lewis is looping that right hand. He hasn't flown it straight yet. For some reason, someone told him to make a hook out of that right hand.
Lewis came out determined to send a message to Billups, but Billups took the message and came back with his own. Interesting round.
Use the jab. Look to his eye, okay? When it's close to you, bring your hand because it hits you. Okay?
Look at that. That little blood.
Nothing but a party here. Double V triples on the jab. Back him up. And you can club that shot inside. A chopping shot. Okay? Thank you.
Take a look what happens here. After he stunned Billups, and Billups held on to him, Lewis was trying to break Billups' hold by pounding on his head and shoulders. Billups is the sort of fellow who, if he had started in boxing early in his teens, might have developed into a true contender. But he played football. He was a wrestling champion at Norfolk State. And he's just a good, tough athlete. He doesn't have the skills of a long-time boxer.
And as they met in the middle of the ring, Lennox Lewis was able to turn over a quick right hand, so he's established the early initiative in round 2.
Billups knows for a fact this guy can hit me. Gotta stay low, kick that chin down.
Punch to get out, punch to get out. Let him go, break.
So far, Billups has not been successful with body punches. He throws and the elbows are catching all by Lennox Lewis' elbows are catching all his shots.
Well, Lewis wasn't bothered much by the classic left jab of Terrell Biggs down in Atlanta. We'll see here if the slightly more brawling style of Levi Billups might throw him for a little bit more of a loop.
It's a good right hand to the body by Billups. That hurts Lewis.
And a right hand to the head by Billups. Partially blocked.
Keep him in front.
When you're short, you stay low and throw on high and then go back low.
Uppercut landed for Billups. He got some courage and threw 2 left hooks. Lewis just stands and looks. But for the moment, Lennox Lewis looks a little confused as to how to attack the thunderball of Levi Billups.
On a good right hand just prior to the last one he threw, that was a good, it hurt Billups. He's not aware of it because he's hiding his head.
And you can see how much Lewis is able to move Billups' head with that left hook along the ropes. The ropes, incidentally, are exceptionally loose here tonight. See how far back Billups goes when he leans against them?
Come on, let him pull
And you shouldn't be a dope and keep hitting the guy when he's laying on the rope.
I wonder where that came from, George.
Sort of a rope, a dope.
Oh, I think you may have come up with something new, George.
Break, step back.
You wonder why a guy with such a great height advantage and reach advantage, why is he banging close with this guy?
Come on,
That's exactly what I'm wondering, George. Why is he going shoulder to shoulder instead of using his real good boxing ability?
Lewis seems to have something to prove. He wants to show everybody, especially in this country, hey, I can bang with everybody.
Step back.
And on the subject of the rope-a-dope, before it goes away, let's all join and say a 1-week belated happy birthday to Muhammad Ali, who turned 50 last weekend.
He's not holding.
You sing so beautifully, George.
Come on, break.
Right now, there's not much music in the ring as Richard Steele breaks Billups and Lewis apart and looks for more action. And Billups comes back with 2 left hands.
Come on, work it out.
Billups starts to use his left jab a bit more. He can turn this fight around. Hands down.
You think so?
Yeah, but he's trying to play bang with a little guy. Be big. Don't be ashamed to be taller and having to use your reach.
Break. Step back. Break.
So round 2 comes to a close, and Lennox Lewis looks a little confused as he goes back to his corner.
Look, I want to see you double up with the jab. I want to see the playing field jab, okay? I want to see the playing field, okay? You understand what I'm saying? I want to see the playing field. Let me chop on you, okay? And then just chop, okay? Understand me? Stay relaxed. Stay relaxed. Very good.
Never turn your back to me. Look them right up through here.
You can knock with it.
Especially when you're inside.
Yeah, when you throw
You have to be hard and loaded.
yeah, you can do so, okay?
Now here's where Billups, who was on the ropes, tried to come right straight up with an uppercut. It was a glancing blow, otherwise it might have done some real damage. Caught Lewis by surprise. They're telling Lewis to use his jab in the corner, go back to his natural style. Let's see if he does. He does.
Punch your way out.
Now, Lewis is holding his right hand close to his face. He's going to end up opening a cut on his face. Sometimes keep that hand down the insides of the gloves can even make you get cut sometimes.
Your own glove.
Move him around.
Lewis began the round with 5 consecutive jabs, and now he has Phillips on the defensive, and he lands a right hand over the top.
He's hurt him, no doubt, several times. But Phillips is smart enough to keep smart. Don't try to mix it up. Go back and hide on the rope.
Levi Phillips landed in Southern California after a brief stint as a linebacker with the Los Angeles Express at the USFL.
Come on, punch
He's
it
an
out.
artist, painter.
Charming man. Wonderful conversation.
Good right hand, overhand right by Lennox Lewis. That hurt.
Didn't get it all.
That really hurt.
No holding, punching it out.
3 punches like that, and he can end this fight.
You sure, George? Not 2, not 4, but
Well,
just 3.
3.
3 punches like that, and you could land any fight, George, but you may be thinking of your own power.
He's coming overhand, good body punches now.
You gotta like the double left to the body there.
Beautiful.
And Phillips tries a little bit of the same thing. Now right to the body, and again the uppercut, and Levi Phillips has a shining moment.
Lennox Lewis was hurt that time, too. He was actually hurt. He's dazed at this moment. He's seeing double.
Don't hold it, Lennox. Don't hold it.
Lewis says that he's only been knocked down once in his boxing career, and that was by a body shot when he was an amateur. English writers confirm he went down to a body shot against a German fighter in a European competition about 5 years ago, and that's the only time they ever saw him.
He's not careful, he can go down again tonight. So he's running into a sharp and very intelligent Phillips.
Yeah, this is a good test because Phillips is a pro. Knows what he's doing in there.
Intelligent. He's going about his job methodically. He understands that he's not the more powerful of the guys. He's able to admit that.
Come on,
Round
punch it
3
out.
of what is becoming a tactical battle.
And at this point, I think things are going better for Phillips because as the fight goes along, he's going to have a better chance.
And you can see Lewis, maybe a little impatient, trying to load up the right hand and miss it.
And the left hook, which he's not even a left hook puncher. He has such great power. At any time, he can end this fight. Straight right hand.
Break, come back.
Lewis is the man of whom Larry Merchant said in Atlanta, his handlers want him to fight bums, or he wants to fight bums. His handlers don't want him in there against anybody that good. He took some umbrage at that, and Larry will talk about it later.
Well, this is more than Lewis expected.
Yeah, beautiful. You have to use your eye, okay? You don't use your eye, okay? Come on, too hard.
Don't be going straight back. Go straight back.
Harold Letterman, our official scorer. How have you seen it so far?
Larry, 30-27, 3 rounds to nothing, favor Lennox Lewis, basically because he's getting off first and landing those good left jabs. But, Larry, has anybody noticed that Levi Phillips is throwing the Buster Douglas punch, that right uppercut from left field? And, boy, I'll tell you, Lennox is wise to it. I'm telling you, Lennox is going to catch him good when he's when Levi leaves himself open.
And when you're going to go, I want you to jump, okay? Okay, come on, baby.
What Lewis has to do when he's confronted with a tough, strong, very determined guy is to just try to beat him, chop him down, and if a knockout comes, it comes. I think you were right, George, that he was trying to do too much too soon and got caught up in a slugfest that is not to his advantage.
Not at all.
Not because he can't slug better than his opponent, but because he's giving his opponent a chance to land when he does that.
When you come into a country like America, Riddick Bowe is getting all the publicity. You want to show everybody I can knock him out. There's nothing wrong with going out there winning a decision. Some guy, good left hook and a right hand.
Left hook started it off in this round. He's landed about 3 of them, guys. And right now, Levi Phillips is not throwing back.
He's hurt. Billups is hurt.
It looks as though Lewis has found something with the lead left hook. And there it is again, ripping the left hook shot to the head.
Come on, punch to get out of there.
Lewis is very methodical. Hurts a guy, starts all over again. It's like a seasoned professional.
And again, he starts with the left hook and comes back with the right hand, and Billups doesn't throw a thing.
Come on, punch your way out. Right.
Billups is starting to taste the power of Lennox Lewis.
Lewis a little short with that jab.
If you look down on Billups, his thighs are so big, that's the thing that enables him to withstand a lot of those punches. If he gets into a trade punch for punch, Billups is able to withstand it more because of the bigger legs.
Well, as Larry pointed out, there's no reason for a man with the boxing skills of a Lennox Lewis to have to trade punch for punch with Levi Billups.
It seems that he's more successful on the wrist, staying closer to the rope. In the middle of the ring, he starts to get hurt. Stay close to the rope.
Well, it's already taken longer to deal with Billups than did Michael Moorer, who got a third-round TKO against Billups last year in Auburn Hills, Michigan. But that was a home court situation for Moorer, and some people say the stoppage might have been a little bit quick.
You hold and break.
Lewis is starting to display a good left hook.
Keep him up, keep him up.
Low blow by Billups, and he got away with it.
When you fight some of the younger fighters, you hit them hard. Be for certain they're going to try to pay you
Come on,
back.
pull your arm back, pull it back.
Where the seasoned pros, they get hit and they just move out of the way and recover.
Allow the moment to pass.
That's right.
Younger fighters get caught up in the moment. Want to give exactly what they think, right?
I understand.
Oh, I understand you. You're the expert.
Work. Keep him up, keep him up.
Now, Lewis is throwing a good left hook.
Right.
But it's throwing on the gloves.
All right, George. 4 rounds complete, and we take a look once again at the big menu of information coming up between rounds, starting with an update on the first week's proceedings in the Mike Tyson rape trial. If you're up to date as of yesterday, you need to stay with us because court was in session again today. Mike Tyson in court, there with his spiritual mother, Camille Ewald, the companion of the late Customado. Then we'll be talking to Larry Holmes, the former heavyweight champion, now on the comeback trail, as he prepares to face one of the 4 young lions in the division, undefeated Ray Mercer. And Larry Merchant will talk to promoter Dan Duba about negotiations which might have pitted heavyweight champion Evander Holyfield against this man, Riddick Bowe, whom we had expected to have on the card tonight, but who was knocked out of action tonight by an eye that he got poked by a glove in sparring. So now we go to round number 5. We played all those activities after the conclusion of this battle between Lennox Lewis and Levi Billups.
The thing about Lewis, he's weathered a great storm now. And he knows, hey, I can go the distance. I can fight harder now. He's starting to take over.
Through the first 4 rounds, punch stat numbers have Lennox Lewis landing more than half of his punch attempts against Levi Billups.
When Lewis stayed back with his left jab, Billups has to dive in, to jump in with his punches, and he's not successful. So why not stay back, Lewis?
Incidentally, if you think you see a height contrast here between the 6-foot Billups and the nearly 6'5" Lewis, wait until our second bout of the evening, when 6' 10" Mike the Giant White, one of a kind in boxing, enters the ring to take on Michael Moorer.
Only the fight starts to even out when Billups get close. When the long range is on, Lewis gets the best without a doubt.
Don't hold him, work.
Well, you begin to think that if Lewis's left hook was as lethal as his right hand, Billups would be out of there because he's landed the left hook flush about 12 times in the last month and a half.
Lewis is having a lot of trouble with that.
Come on, punch to get out of there, punch to get out.
He is?
He's having vision problems. He better get this fight over and stop playing around.
Punch to get out of there.
If ever Billups starts to realize that, this thing could get kind of crazy tonight.
They're looking carefully at the right eye of Lennox Lewis. You heard George say that he thinks Lennox is having double vision out of the right eye, and it does appear there might be a small mouse under the eye.
A lot of this is caused because of the way he holds his glove straight to his face to cover up. Billups is saying, yes, you hurt me. You're hurting me real bad, but I'm just going to move out of the way and try to get you with something.
Lewis doubling up on the left hook again, left to the body, then left to the chin. He's been very effective with that in the 4th and 5th rounds.
Pull on, pull back, pull
When
back.
Billups gets close, he's out of harm's way.
Good snapping left by Billups. And Lewis stops punching for the moment. Low blow by Billups. No word from Richard Steele.
Good jab. When this jab is working by Lennox Lewis, the fight turns around almost hands down for him.
Such a classic style. When he throws the jab and follows it up with a straight right cross, he looks about as good as he can look.
Get out.
That's true.
Let's
But
go.
when things are close, he's like an ordinary boxer.
Right hand landed, not quite flush.
Billups, he likes it like this. Stay close to me. Try to hit me with big shots up close. You're not going to get anything.
That's what I'm talking about. Now you're taking him to school. You understand what I'm saying? Huh? That's what I'm talking about. Okay? Good hand combinations, okay? Sweet. Sweet. But everything's off the jab, okay? Everything is off the jab, okay? I want you stuffing around giving them good angles, okay? Nothing but combinations, okay? All right? Nothing but combinations. This guy's got a big fat head sitting on a block of granite, man. Okay? So you can't knock everybody out. So that's all right. We'll deal with it. We ain't shape.
Short punches is good, baby. Pin your leg so you can fight it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay?
Keep him beating you.
You use that right hand, man. You're not using your right hand.
Breathe. Breathe, baby. Breathe. Do it again.
Go.
Lennox Lewis's American trainer, John Davenport, seemed to give him the exact right advice there, George.
No doubt. Win the fight. It's not about knockouts. You keep boxing and knockout may come.
Well, if he keeps throwing that jab, he stops Billups from being able to do anything, and then he's able to set up the right cross.
Fighters these days go out and they study film.
What do you think of that, George?
The only way.
Get out. Work it, get out.
15 years ago, we fight some of the greatest fights of our lives, and we never had film or anything. We just go out there and do what the trainer said.
And so how does that relate to what we're looking here now at, George?
Billups has a strategy. He knows that this guy's more powerful. He knows at what point he can jab and what point he cannot jab. Good body punches by Lennox Lewis. It's going to be more valuable to him as the fight goes longer because you don't have to worry about Billups commanding a great surprise attack on him later on if he continues to body punch. And when you go for a distance, the whole idea, whip the guy in case the fight goes longer, make sure he can't whip you by landing a lot of body punches.
Break, step back, step back. Let's go, let's go.
Levi Billups' shorts are sinking as he mounts the attack against Lewis. Backing Lewis into the ropes, stopping Lennox from punching, pounding away with the right hand himself.
And the good thing about Lewis, he's landed enough body punches already that when Billups tries to attack, they're not going to be hard punches.
Come on, work it, get out. Pull your arms back, pull it back.
So body punches become a form of self-defense because you take the starch out of the other man's attack.
Correct.
Come on, let's work.
Very few punches learn that.
Break, step back.
Because they're so focused on trying to go for the knockout and hitting the opponent in the head.
That's right. And another thing about Lennox Lewis, about this time he's landed some elbows on the hook. His left hand is kind of hurt too.
He dropped his right hand and gave Billups the chance to land 2 left hooks in a row. I think Lennox Lewis is tiring a little bit in the 6th round.
No doubt about it, but it's just so happened, like I said earlier, he's landed enough body punches to keep the guy from hurting him.
Billups having one of his better rounds here as Lewis slows down in the latter part of the 6th.
Keep him up, keep him up. Pull it on back, pull it back.
This is the time that Lewis should be ashamed to back off. Assess your damage. Start all over again. He's thinking they're not going to love me as much as they love Bruno if I back away. The great Muhammad Ali would always back away. Lay down, rest. Not lay down, but rest.
One of a kind.
Punching it out, punching it out. Watch your head. Right.
6 rounds in the books. You saw the graphic that said Lennox Lewis has never scored a knockout past the 6th round. We remind you, still to come, our live coverage of another young heavyweight contender, Michael Moorer. 26 fights, 26 knockouts. The opponent, Mike the Giant White, 6 feet 10 inches tall, 275 pounds. That'll be coming up later on in the evening. And now Harold Letterman, our unofficial score. How do you have it through 6 between Lewis and Billups?
Jim, 5 rounds to 1, 59-55 favor Lennox Lewis. Lennox has been pretty much in control of this fight. I think he's winning the fight on points with his combinations and his better jab. But in the 6th round, he seemed to lay all over Levi Billups, and Levi Billups got in a couple of nice uppercuts, and I thought he did enough to win it. So it's a pretty wide margin so far for Lennox Lewis. I think he's well controlled.
Well, the $90,000 purse that Billups is earning for this fight is 9 times as big as previous purse, and he has earned it.
You know, the greater boxers, Sugar Ray Leonard, Muhammad Ali, when things weren't going their way and they had to rest, they would do the shuffle. Get out there and make the crowd go crazy. Anything to entertain people while you're not doing anything. Lewis is trying to box, and he thinks he has to be doing something all the time.
Billups began the round with a little flurry, and Lewis came back with 4 or 5 jabs in a row to reestablish command.
No one is getting any entertainment tonight.
No, the crowd is restless, George.
He needs those pretty things on his shoes and some more flashy robes. And
if you stand up and wave, it'll be their biggest thrill of the night.
He used to do the shuffle or something. He's doing a good job, but he just doesn't know how to entertain in between. A lot of that has to do with his right eye. He's having trouble. He's not accustomed to being cut, bruised over the eye.
Yeah, we've seen veteran cutman Al Gavin working on the right eye between rounds in Lewis's corner. There has been no blood, just a mouse under the eye.
It would be a good idea for Lennox Lewis to move a little, go backwards just a little bit. Make this guy commit himself. Why go to him and give him something?
Don't push.
Good jab by Lewis. Think about those left jabs, they make you dizzy. They don't hurt a lot, but sometimes you wonder, did he hit me? Did it hurt? You don't know because you're temporarily dizzy and sometimes even blinded. Good
solid right hand by Lewis. Turned Billups' head. But Levi has the heart of a lion, and he hangs in there, and Lewis isn't able to follow up. But there's another right hand. And another.
Billups is trying to get overhand right on top of his jab. He's waiting all night for it. Lewis better be careful.
Well, if it goes to a decision, as it looks as though it might, it will do little to enhance Lennox Lewis's credentials as a contender. But you wonder if maybe that would say more about Levi Billups, his experience in the sport, and his will, than about Lennox Lewis.
He leads with his left hook to get the guy to jabbing again. He wait all night for one right hand. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't.
Who was it that said we would get 2 knockouts tonight?
A fellow named Merchant.
Can somebody put it this way? Come on, Levi, it's all yours, baby. Let's go. Baby. Let's go.
Here is Lewis working in his classic boxing style, a left followed by a straight right hand. That's the kind of combination that has impressed so many boxing observers. There you see the lead right hand backing Billups into the rope. But as I noted earlier, Billups apparently has come to that point in his career where he knows something about the game and he can take a punch.
Does anything you've seen so far diminish your expectations about Lennox Lewis, Larry?
I think in a way, yes. He wasn't as workmanlike early on as he is being now, and found himself being a little flustered and not fighting his fight.
It's the classic matchup, Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier. You just can't look good against certain guys certain times.
Exactly right, George. Every fighter has this.
You make them tall and you get them for Lewis.
Well, what might Lennox Lewis be expected to learn from this, George?
You can't knock everybody out early. Sometimes you got to set it up. Wait for a while. Set it up, box him. The knockout will come. Reserve your energy. If it's preserved properly, you'll get the knockout maybe in the 9th or 10th round.
Most great knockout artists do it all in the first 4 or 5 rounds.
That's correct.
Knockouts in the late rounds are relatively rare in the sport.
Unless you have a good left jab to kind of keep the guy off balance. Good left hook by Billups. In the past, Billups' problem has always been his defense. Later on, as the fight goes on, he just doesn't keep his defense in proper position. Lewis is still waiting for one good shot. And the minutes, seconds tick on. For the first time, he pawed with his right hand. It tells you that his energy level is down.
Levi Billups didn't have a lot of notice for this fight, didn't get much chance to train, took 3 days off in the middle of training to complete a route on which he'd been working in San Diego. But he appears to be in exceptionally good shape for a man in that position. He was a wrestler in college and high school, and sometimes guys like that, particularly if they work outdoors, never really get out of shape.
Wrestlers are some of the best conditioned athletes in the world.
Agreed.
They'll smother you. I tried it once. And the guy just wouldn't let go of my neck. And I quit. Now, Lewis is doing good. He's keeping him on the end of his shot, keeping him out there. If he can continue to do so, the knockout will just happen.
Yeah, Lewis has bloodied Levi Billups' nose in this round with straight left hands and the right cross. It's been a good exhibition of continued tenacity and boxing discipline on the part of young Lennox Lewis.
He's an excellent boxer. Why has he held back so long? I would like to know. Drops his hands.
Come on. Babe, keep him busy. Keep him busy. Why you letting him throw punches? Keep him busy. No, give me the water. Okay? Okay, I'm sorry. Keep him busy. You have to use one more time. Yes. Both hands.
This was more like the Lennox Lewis who had been so impressive. Using that left hand like a piston, impaling his opponent on it. And there's the punch that brought the blood from Levi Billups' nose. Great camera work, guys.
Understand me?
As they say on television.
Okay? Come on, baby. Have fun with it, though. Okay?
The inner language of boxing, John Davenport saying to his fighters, knock, 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 knock. Understand me? Well, of course.
Lewis has started to put his left hand on his leg. The old boxer weight and counterpunch style. Billups is smart. Drops his hand low, just walk up on him and stay there.
Come on, Parker, get out of there.
You get close, he has nothing to do but to move back. Stay away from him and he hurts you.
Later on, Mike Moore against Mike White. Stay with us between fights. We'll go to Indianapolis to talk both to a television reporter and to a former criminal court judge about the Tyson trial. And we'll talk to Larry Holmes and Larry Merchant, who talked to Dan Zuber, the promoter, about what's going on with heavyweight champ Evander Holyfield and a potential fight with Riddick Bowe. All those things between fights.
Lennox Lewis started to fake. That's something you seldom see fighters from UFC. Use the old fake.
And he's managed to endow Phillips with a little courage again, and Levi's coming on. Now Lewis with that straight left jab once again pushes Levi back.
By this time, Phillips is thinking, if only I could get over those long arms. If I could just reach up and get him.
First time in his career, Lennox Lewis has had to go beyond 8 rounds.
With all the trouble Lennox Lewis is having with his right eye, why isn't Phillips moving to his right?
Step back, step back, step back. Come on, come on.
Stay on the blind side, so to speak. He stays right out there where he can see him.
Maybe Phillips isn't as aware as you are, George, of the trouble Lewis is having with his right eye.
Sometimes it's up to the corner to say, this guy can barely see. Why are you on this left side? Get over there on the right and throw punches.
Come on, work.
Lewis just measuring with the left and trying to land that right hand.
Come on, punch it out.
Left to the body, left to the head. And Phillips comes back with the same combo.
Punch it out. Right, step back.
Phillips is fighting a real smart fight. If only he was a hero on points.
Work it out. Let's go, let's go. Right, step back.
Yeah, you get the impression at this point that Levi hasn't given much thought to trying to win the fight.
Good right uppercut by Phillips.
Come on, work inside to get out. All right, you're inside, let's work.
Right now, Phillips is trying to recover. Every time he hits him with that good right hand, he gets close, recover.
Punch it out, Pull your arm back, pull it back.
A series of right-hand pats from Lennox Lewis. A sleepy crowd. 9 rounds in the books.
This fight reminds me a little bit of Mike Tyson's early fights against Mitch Green, Jose Revolta,
James Quick Tillis.
Everybody expecting everything in the world, every minute of every round.
Do nothing off of it.
It ain't
Every
the
time
way
you
it
feint him,
is.
he's wide open. Feint him and do something off of it, okay? And don't stop throwing punches. When you feint him and do something off of it, you catch him. Let's not both.
Teach now. This is the round you teach. Okay? This is the round. It's non-stop. You understand me? It's non-stop. You understand me? Non-stop. Non-stop.
Yeah. Put it all, man.
Inside, both hands. Give me water. Both hands, okay?
Harold, as we go into the last round, quickly your score. I've got it 7-1, which isn't much of a difference.
And they touch gloves to begin the last round. George, what do you think is in Levi Phillips' heart and mind right now? Is he going to go all out and try to score the dramatic upset, or will he just try to finish the fight?
He's going to try to finish the fight. Nobody expected him to do this good. He's thinking, hey, I didn't come here to get a knockout in the first place, so why should I try now? And Lewis, his right eye is hurting. His corners told him to go out, but they don't know about the feel of a hurt right eye. But if Phillips tries to open up, Lewis can get him a quick knockout. Well, not a late knockout.
Levi Phillips, who had never made more than 10 ground for a boxing match before, gets $90,000 tonight. And this is the kind of performance with other young contenders in the division that might give him a chance to fight and make a little money again.
Lewis is starting a sweeping right hand that he had earlier in the first 2 rounds. He's starting to sweep with it. Sometimes that's the best way to throw it when a guy's standing at one position. Phillips throws the left hook. A little too late for body punching now. You just got to go for the knockout.
So Lewis, if he gets the expected decision, will go to 19-0 with only 16 knockouts. Phillips will fall to 16-6.
Good overhand right by Phillips. the younger fighters, they always try to pay you back. Nope, they're going to try to get you. Billups.
Come on, come on.
That left was the best blow of the fight for Lewis. Richard Steele gave Billups a little rest. Another left inside. Levi Billups is in trouble. Let's see if he can finish. Uppercut lands. Billups leaning on Lewis. 50 seconds in which for Lewis to try to save a little face by scoring a late knockout. Not going to be able to do it.
He's trying to hold on, which is a wise thing to do. Hold on, get this. Put in the record that you went the distance.
Yep, you see the old pro Levi Billups. He held on enough to get free.
Good left hook by Billups. Enough to stun him and keep him off of him for a while. Make him drop his hand. Get cute. Get cute for 2 minutes, and I can be a surprise hit.
Lewis remembering to go to the body, not just head hunting.
Step back, Lewis. Step back, let go.
And in his first 10-round encounter, Lennox Lewis is tired, but resolute in the closing seconds. One last flurry, and there's the bell.
Well, Levi Billups came here and said he would test Lennox Lewis' heart. I don't know if he did that, but he certainly gave us a good display of his own heart.
Well said. And now Larry will go up to the ring to try to get a word with the expected winner, Lennox Lewis. Hard to imagine the decision going any other way. And Billups may have earned a chance to fight against one of the other young contenders in the division, George.
You know, Lennox Lewis should not be discouraged. He didn't get a knockout. Like one of the other fighters who's going to be watching this film, don't judge him if you're a bit taller.
Harold Letterman, how did you score it?
Jim, a very decisive 99-91, 9 rounds to 1 in favor of Lennox Lewis. You know, he was in complete control, but I tell you, Levi Billups got a heart as big as Caesar's Palace. I mean, this guy hung in there. Lennox Lewis hit him with everything but the stool, and Levi Billups was still there, still fighting, still dangerous in the 10th round. So it was an interesting fight, but certainly a decisive win for Lennox Lewis.
And let's go to ring announcer Michael Buffer for the particulars.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at Caesar's Palace, we go to the scorecards. Art Laurie scores the bout 99-91. Bill Graham has it 98-92, and Dave Moretti scores it 100-90 for the winner by unanimous decision. Still undefeated, the pride of Britain, Lennox Lewis.
Final punch stat numbers in the bout. You're going to see the overwhelming dominance in the numbers for Lewis, who threw 540 punches and landed 56% of them. Levi Billups threw 237 fewer punches and landed 39% of those. He was able to raise a mouse under the right eye of Lewis, which you're going to see clearly now as Larry Merchant stands by to interview the winner. Larry?
Lennox, was that a harder fight than you anticipated? And if it was, why?
It was because, you know, I only had 3 weeks to prepare for this fight. And plus, you know, I got to give a lot of credit to Levi Billups. He never came here to lie down. He came here to try his hard. He had nothing to lose.
Was he a better fighter than you saw in tapes of him?
Definitely. He rises to the occasion. You know, like I said, he had nothing to lose. I take off my hat to him still. But,
are you disappointed in your performance?
Well, I'm never pleased with my performance. This is the first time I went 10 rounds, so I feel good about it because I need to go 10 rounds. I need to go some longer distance.
It seemed to us at ringside that you were trying too much to send him a message early in the fight, perhaps looking for a quick knockout, until you finally got into a rhythm of boxing him.
Like I said, you know, I tested him, see if he came to lay down. He never came to lay down, so I just settled down and just, you know, just boxed and won the fight.
What's next?
Well, I'm not sure. I just have to get back, practice, and just keep going step by step.
Thank you very much, Lennox. Back